Hello, Rams fans, once again. I came across an article from Rams Wire. Says Rams versus Buccaneers. 7 things to know for Week 3 matchup. It read pretty good, so I thought I'd bring it to you. It's time to bring it to you. Let me lower this. Here we go. Let's get right into it. Arguably, the 2 best teams in the NFL will square off on Sunday afternoon at SoFi Stadium with the reigning Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers visit the Los Angeles Rams. Visiting the Los Angeles Rams. It's a rematch of their Week 11 tilt from last season, a game the Rams won 27-24. On the road, as a matter of fact, it says. The Buccaneers are much better now than they were then. So the Rams on their new look roster will be tested in this early season showdown. These are probably the 2 best teams in the league, arguably, of course. Here are 7 facts, the article says, and stats to know for Sunday's game. This will be Tom Brady's first NFL game in Los Angeles. Tom Brady's never played an NFL game in Los Angeles. He's played in San Francisco, he's played in San Diego, but he's never played in LA. Well, let's give him a welcoming and a lesson. Just kidding. This will be Tom Brady's first NFL game. Let's not make it easy for him. This will be Tom Brady's first NFL game in Los Angeles. Brady has never played an NFL game in Los Angeles. He's played in San Francisco, Oakland too, and San Diego, but never Los Angeles. Number 2, Rams have won 6 of their last 7 games against the Bucs. The Rams and Buccaneers both looked very different from 2012 to 2019 than they do now. So their past results are not an indication of what will happen on Sunday. True. Number 3, Tampa Bay hasn't lost a game since Week 12 of last season. They're on a winning streak, 10 games in a row. It says, it's easy to forget the Buccaneers weren't all that impressive in their first 12 weeks of the 2020 season. They dropped 3 of 4 games before the bye, losing to the Saints, Rams, and Chiefs, sinking their record to 7-5. Then they went on a run, winning their next 8 games, all the way to the Super Bowl victory over the Chiefs. Being 2-0 this season, Tampa Bay has now won 10 straight games dating back to last season. 10 straight wins. Their record is 2-0, 2021. So is ours. So bring it on. Let's go, Rams. Number 4, Rams and Bucs are in top 3 of DVOA, which stands for Defense Adjusted Value Over Average. Football Outsiders, DVOA, Defense Adjusted Value Over Average, is a valuable metric to show how good a team is compared to the rest of the NFL. It should come as no surprise that the Rams and Buccaneers are both in the top 3 of DVOA so far this season. Top 3. The article continues to say the Rams are second with a rating second DVOA. It's only the second game, but hey, I'm still excited about that. That's real good. The Rams are second with a rating of 43%. while the Buccaneers are third at 41.1%. The Panthers are incredibly number one for the first time in franchise history with a DVOA rating of 47.5%. The Rams and Buccaneers are also the top two teams in USA Today's power rankings this week, with the Bucs first and the Los Angeles Rams second. So this is kind of a big matchup. Well, we're gonna have to do something about that. I think after this Sunday we'll be number one in the USA Today's power ranking. Number 5, Matthew Stafford has good track record versus the Buccaneers. Well, the article says Stafford has played 5 games against the Buccaneers and owns a 3-2 record against them. He's completed 71.3% of his passes in those games, the second best rate against any team he faced. Stafford has averaged 262.2 yards per game against the Buccaneers, a number he's likely to surpass in Sunday's game at home. The article goes on to say the sixth reason or fact you should know about the game is that Rams are only team in NFL with 2 opening drives TDs this year. Ooh, I love that stat, because that stat is gonna give your team confidence, so much confidence. It's gonna get the crowd involved. It's a great start. A good start always gets everybody involved with the team. It gets everybody pumped up. So what I'm trying to say is, if you got a good leadership, if you got somebody who can get you pumped up, like Matthew Stafford in the opening drive, just marches down the field and then scores a touchdown on the opening drive, it's like, yeah, we're here to play, we're here to score. You better watch out, we're coming after you. You know, we're here to play, we're here to win. And that's what an opening drive scoring touchdown does. And we're the only team that's done it in 2 opening drive TDs this year in the NFL. Woo! Yeah, like that momentum. Let's keep it going. Where did I leave off? So the article continues. Rams are only team in NFL with 2 opening drive TDs this year. According to the Rams media guide for week 3, Los Angeles is the only team in the NFL that has scored touchdown on its opening drive in each of the first 2 games of this season. The offense has looked borderline unstoppable in the first quarter of games. Borderline unstoppable offense. Woo! Might as well just say unstoppable in the first quarter of the games. Los Angeles Rams, let's go. Which is partly because of the game script that the great Sean McVay puts together for Matthew Stafford. A strong start against the Bucs will go a long way, and this is true. Talking about that momentum, let's get the crowd involved. Let's get the confidence signed, sealed, and delivered. One on that first opening drive, let's go down there and score. And it's all right if we don't, but I think we will. Keep up that streak. Number 7, Buccaneers have allowed 3rd most passing yards. I like that stat. 2nd fewest rushing yards. Ooh, tough defensive line. 2nd fewest rushing yards in the NFL. Well, that's why the Buccaneers are the Buccaneers. Teams have quickly figured out the best way to attack this Buccaneers defense. To pass on them. The third most passing yards they allowed. The Cowboys and Falcons threw the ball a ton against Tampa Bay, totaling 106 pass attempts in their matchups with the Bucs. 106. So each team threw about 53 passes attempts each. Wow, that's a lot. Let Matthew Stafford throw 53 times. Probably get 700 yards. That's the most pass attempts any defense has faced this season. 15 more than the rest of the NFL. On the other hand, Tampa Bay has only faced 38 rush attempts, fourth fewest in the NFL. It's tough defensive line. The Bucs ranked 30th in passing yards allowed and second in rushing yards against. They're only allowing 6.3 net yards per pass attempts and 3.0 yards per carry. So regardless of what offenses do, Tampa Bay has been relatively effective. Well, Rams, we know they're a tough team. That's all right. Our record is good against them. This is the first time to come into LA. Let's show them who Los Angeles Rams are at home in our stadium, Rams house. Let's go, Rams. Let's show those Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is Rams house.